So you all have heard about the new 3-minute face from Beautycounter. So today I'm going to show you how that's done. And it'll probably take me 3 minutes, but more than 3 minutes because I'm going to be talking a lot. But to start with, this morning I did my facial routine with the soothing face wash and the polishing cream. Then after that, I applied the Radiance Firming Serum, and then my Luster Oil 1 for sensitive skin, and then the Uplifting Day Cream, which is perfect for kind of a mattifying look, and it's also great as a primer for your foundation. So with the kit, you get this great, wonderful, awesome cosmetic bag that stands up on its own, so you don't have to worry about it spilling over and doing all those things. You will get a tint skin foundation, a touch-up skin concealer pen, a blush, a brow pencil with a little spoolie brush, and a lip gloss. So all 5 of those products are $125. They retail for $195, which is like an awesome value because it's actually cheaper than what we consultants can get them for. So it's a great deal. And some of the colors are actually starting to sell out or get low in stock. So if you're thinking about it, if you're on the fence, you might want to get it done now. You have to pardon the light in my bathroom because the morning sun decides that it likes to shine right in and does that little glare thing. So pardon me with that. So I am going to use, I normally use linen, but I've gotten a little bit darker with being at soccer games and stuff over the weekends and just being outside in general, even with sunscreen. I have kind of olive skin, so I tend to tan a little bit easier. So I'm going to mix a little sand with the linen. And I'm going to use our retractable makeup brush, our face brush. And I'm going to just kind of dab that in. And then I'm going to dab it all over. I'm going to kind of look in my mirror as I'm doing this so I can kind of see a little bit better. I have absolutely no sight without my glasses, so it's almost impossible to put makeup on when I'm glasses less. So this is my first video that I've ever done, so I'm kind of nervous and kind of feel goofy and silly doing it because it's totally something that my 12 or 10-year-old would do. But anyway, we're going to get it done and I'm going to show you how simple it is. Then I kind of just go back and buff. You can actually go around the eyes a little bit and just buff that in. The hyaluronic acid in the tint skin is wonderful. It actually gives you a nice creamy foundation to put on. It dries down really nice. It's not matte, but it's not dewy either. Okay, so I'm going to kind of go down the neck a little just to make sure everything's even and so on and so forth. You really have to pardon my brows because I have not gotten them done recently. So then I am going to use, I actually have 2 different concealers. I have the light one, or the light, and then the medium one. The light I'm going to use right here, kind of in the corners of my eyes, and a little bit underneath because of the black, dark, purpley blue circles, spots, lines, not lines, but discoloration that I get. And you can actually use that brush. I just usually tap it in, or I use a different brush for it, but for these purposes, I'm going to just kind of gradually go in and blend that a little. And then I'm going to use the medium one under my eyes to kind of match the skin tone a little bit better. And I'll kind of go up on my eyes, which I would do that anyway when I'm putting shadow on. This is also a great one to use if you're trying to kind of hide spots, or if you want a little bit more coverage. The tint skin is very moldable, so the coverage that you're going to get is, you know, kind of medium, light to medium, but it can build. So medium to medium. I don't want to say heavy because it's not a heavy foundation, but it lasts and it just blends beautifully and goes on and really looks great. Now normally I would do the mattifying powder over this just to kind of set everything, but for today I'm not, because of that's not in the 3-minute face. So then I have got Tawny and Whisper as my blush. That comes with the Very Light, which is the linen. With sand you would get Tulip Blossom. So I'm just going to kind of go push it in a little bit, kind of brush it out a little. Same on the other side. I tap it in, brush it out. And then I kind of go over it a little bit on my cheeks. Kind of do the apples. And I like to kind of go over it because this one happens to be kind of a bronzy color. And I like having a bronzy color, being that it's April. So there's that. And then I didn't bring the other brush in here with me, so I guess I won't be doing that one. And then the brows. So you're gonna get the brow pencil in medium. It comes with a little spoolie on the end. I actually can't find mine, so I'm using a different one. But basically you're gonna take your brows and kind of go up with them, and then you're going to fill them in where they need filling in, just to kind of highlight your face, because your brows are the one thing that really frame your face. So my big things when I go out are concealer and some bronzer and my brows, even if they're definitely not kept like they are right now, and a little bit of lip gloss. That's kind of my everyday mom routine. So then you kind of go back with the spoolie brush and kind of bring them all out, brush it out, blend it. And I kind of go down a little bit further on that side, since this side is like that. And then, since I use the Very Light palette, I'm going to use the Peony Gloss, which is just a really lovely pink. And the first time I saw it, I thought, oh my gosh, it's so pink, I'm going to die, because I'm not into like the fuchsia pink from the 80s, because, you know, that was the thing. But it's so not. It's such a pretty pink. And it goes on an early sheer. A really pretty color. And there you go. That is the 3-minute face by Beautycounter. And if you're interested in purchasing one of the kits, there are 8 different shades. One is sold out right now. They're working on replenishing. The others, there's one that is on a limited supply, low stock. They're working on getting all of them restocked and back in. So let me know. I'll leave a link below that you can click on to go to my webpage, or you can always email me. So have a great day, and don't forget the 3-minute face from Beautycounter.